just had a great question come up about sensitivity, and since I have my Helix 7 mounted on a fishfindermounts.com battery box, I just grabbed it out of my Tahoe and figured I could answer the question real quickly. So what I've got is just a simulation running, and this is on down imaging that we're looking at. So I want to show you the difference if we start messing with that sensitivity. I have this scrolling at a relatively fast speed, so we're going to go over that as well. So if I go to menu, go to my sensitivity, I want you to take a look at what the picture looks like. So we're going to take this down to about a 3, and you can see that we took out quite a bit of the you know, of what we're seeing under the water. Bump it up, and you can see we're starting to add a little bit of noise in there at this point too. And we go all the way up, and it just gets absolutely crazy. Looks like it's snowing. Okay, so now we've got some underwater timber showing up here. I'm going to bump that sensitivity back down to about a 9, which is where I normally keep mine at. So you can take a look. I can see what we've got going on under the water, but I don't have all of that extra clutter in there. And again, play around with it. Sometimes you may find you bump up to a 12, and that's giving you what you're looking for. Sometimes that may be too much. You got to get yourself down a little bit lower. Now, while we're here, if you look at the scroll speed, that can be adjusted by tapping on menu, going down to chart speed, and normally you want to match it with the speed that you're going to be traveling at. Now, since I kayak fish, for me, I normally keep it at 3. I want you to see how that slows down immensely. And hit exit, and you can see that has really slowed things down, so I'm not getting ahead of myself, so to speak. And again, this is down imaging. Switching over to 2D sonar, same situation. Menu, we can adjust our sensitivity. You can see I dropped down to a 4. Let's go back down to a 3 because that's where I was at before. I dropped down to a 3. You're not getting a whole lot on that screen. I bump up to a 15 or 16 and it looks like the water is just filled. So normally, again, I'm right around that 9 or so. You can also mess with your contrast. I've got the contrast set up very high. So what we'll do, or I'm sorry, midway. So if we set the contrast up high, you can see what happens to the picture. Same thing, we take it down the other direction real low. Normally I'm setting about the midpoint there, but it just is what works for you. One last screen here. I want to take a look at 2D sonar on the left, and then our down imaging on the right hand side. So you can see how what we have here is this underwater brush translates on the 2D on this side. So hope that helped.